How you doing, YouTube? My name is Noland.
My
I'm
name
the
is Saul.
host.
I'm Saul.
This is Saul, my
Yeah.
co-host. This is the Full Steam Podcast. This will be episode 1, introducing myself, introducing Saul, introducing the podcast, and what we're going to be doing moving forward. This isn't a for the moment type of thing. This is something that I've been dreaming about doing. This is something that he has become a part of. And this is something that I hope a lot of other people can become a part of over time. So today we're going to just start off with, what it is that I do. I am a Honda technician. I work at Honda of Owens Mills. I've been doing it for 6 years now.
I'm Saul. I'm 20 years old. We met at the same place. We work at the same Honda shop. I'm a student. I'm working to become a mechanical engineer, but for right now, we rocking out with the Hondeezy, and yeah.
So I initially went to Lincoln Tech. I graduated from Bard High School, early college in 2019. I'm 24, born August 22nd, 01. I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know if I wanted to be in a cubicle, if I wanted to work with my hands. I really didn't know. But I went to a car convention center one year, right before we graduated. It was 11th grade, I think. And seeing all of these custom cars rolling through there and just seeing all of the different people that was there of different ethnicities all mingling. It was real fun. And then at the end of the night, I got to see some of the custom cars leave. And I was just like, I need to build something like that. Excuse me. So I ended up enrolling into Lincoln Tech for 2019 or 2020 to 2021. Yeah. But then COVID happened and that got cut short. But I ended up getting a job at Honda of Owens Mills, probably like 4 classes in, because I just wouldn't stop asking questions. And luckily that got me into a job. How did you find yourself coming on Honda of Owens Mills?
Well, I say it's a lot different. Back in this is going a lot back, but like 8th grade or so, I was applying for magnets in high school for high school. And the only one that I was really looking forward to was this one that had plumbing, automotive, and like environmental science, like all in the same school. So I applied for all 3 of them. I really only studied for the auto one because I wasn't really too worried about the other ones. That was kind of like my main goal. I ended up passing all 3, and I kind of just had that choice, and I was like, you know what, cars would probably be cool. So I started off high school doing like the automotive program. Um, Shout out to Mr. Cunningham. He didn't really show me anything, but it was fun. Like, it was fun being in like a workshop and actually like getting to see what a regular shop day would feel like. It was entertaining to me, and I like my buddies there. Some of my closest friends from high school, I'm still close with now. Um, Work across the shop from one of my best pals from high school. He's at BMW now, and yeah, so straight out of high school, I came straight to Honda. I came up to him and I was like, some random dude that worked there, and I was like, "Hey, y'all hiring?" And I was
Sounds
like,
like something you would do.
"Hey, hey, y'all hiring? And can I speak to a manager?" And he's like, "Yeah." And Danny is Danny. He just doesn't say anything, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking to the
Danny doesn't
manager."
work with us no more, but he used to and he was cool.
Yeah, shout out Danny, bro. But yeah, he just gave me my papers, and from then on, I started pretty much like the very next week out of high school, and I've been there ever since. Got zero complaints, and here we are.
So I also want to say real quick that I didn't really like trade school and I almost dropped a little bit of technical difficulties. Cat wanted to be stepping on the computer.
We're gonna edit that out.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, trade school. I almost dropped out because I didn't think it was worth my time. And what I will say to anybody that is going to go to trade school, the benefit to trade school is it gets you familiar with the tools. Although a lot of the stuff that they was teaching me as far as in class, I didn't really end up using. It really all depended on what class it was. For example, I got to suspension class before COVID hit, so I was able to use the alignment rack. So before I even got to my shop, I knew what an alignment rack was. I knew how to use one, or at least I was familiar with one. and I was familiar with, impact tools and the wrenches and the ratchets and all that good stuff. So at first I used to feel like, it was a waste of my time. But over time, as I progressed at my job, I realized what Lincoln Tech did for me by going there. It gave me the ability to have a wherewithal as I went into the shop versus not knowing nothing from a can of paint and just being led by whoever is in the shop at that time. So yeah, if you feel like trade school is the way you're gonna go, just know as long as you apply yourself and you actually utilize the resources at that school, you'll be able to make the best of it. Like being a part of the blue collar community is hands down one of the best communities to be a part of, because not only do you give yourself the ability to make money as long as you have the work ethic, you also connect yourself to a vast community of people where they can connect you to other jobs and more opportunities. So trade school is not a bad idea, not at all.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to do, bro. What he said, like it transpires into every aspect of life somebody wants to go into. If you want to dedicate your time to it and you're willing to put in the work, regardless, whatever anyone does in life is gonna be hard. Like any type of life that you want to lead to be successful, unless you're selling like I don't know toes, unless like you feel me, like it's gonna be hard. Like every single path is gonna be hard in its own way. So don't let that like diminish you or make you feel like oh nah it's not worth it. It's too much because you're gonna try something else and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna fall into that habit. So stick to it. Stay confident. Learn as much as you can, and you'll excel in anything that you want to do.
With that being said, let's roll to the first question of the day. What does it mean to be a man to you? Do you want me to answer the question first, or do you want to go first?
All right. So to me, I feel like a man should be somebody that remembers their childhood, remembers their younger days, and maybe some days there was that hope in your mind that you could meet somebody older, somebody grown that could help you in a certain moment or could have done something different for you in life compared to other people, and you turn yourself or dedicate your life to being that person, not just for the people around you but for yourself, because it goes way back, way more than just oh I got what I'm saying I'm paying these bills, I'm like what I'm saying I got all these responsibilities, like I'm a man. Like no, you can do all that and not really be a man, like you can kind of still be mentally wise at least a little boy. A lot of people don't realize that just because you're getting older, that don't mean the wisdom just came with it. The wisdom comes from what happened back then, but if nothing happened back then, where's the wisdom at? Be that person that you wanted when you were younger. I feel like that's what it means to be a man, to provide for those that have done right by you, to do right by those that do right by you, and yeah, take care of those that love you the same way you would want them to. But one difference though, from a man, to me at least, is it's a different it's a different energy when it comes to a man needing help. And I'm not sexist or anything. Listen, no, this is real shit. I respect all women, and this is genuinely just how life is. Like a man crying, a man like being alone a lot of times, like it's gonna go unnoticed. The hard times that you're dealing with, it goes unnoticed. I mean, you have to be okay with not getting that pat on the back or not having nobody telling you like, "Oh yeah, you're
You
doing what
gotta
you're
be your
supposed to
own pat on
do."
the back.
You gotta give yourself your own pat on the back and realize that you still good. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like following that ethic in life that'll get you far. And
That's a real, ain't it?
hmm?
That's a real, ain't it?
What you mean?
That I'm still good. That's a real, bro. I know I seen that joint somewhere.
That's what I got.
You done?
I think I pretty much, yeah.
So to build off of what he was saying, to me, a man is someone who gets done what needs to be done when no one else feels like or wants to get it done. Um, I think in today's time, a lot of people complain, and I feel like for some of us, complaining is okay, but for us as men who understand the pressure that we are against every day and understand whatever it is your mission is, you have to be willing to do the things that your mom might not want to do, or your girl might not want to do, or your whoever might not want to do, because at the end of the day, that's kind of our duty. Like, we have to take on those tasks that could very well take our lives, but who else is going to run into those burning homes? Who else is going to fix that broken car, that broken generator, if not us as men? Women are more than capable to do that as well, but they already have their own job in carrying children once they are in that phase with a man. Once you are, once your girl is pregnant and she's at home, you're not expecting her or wanting her to be on her feet working 24/7. Like, that's where you as a man, you turn on that generator and you crank and you do what you have to do. What I don't like as a man today that I notice is a lot of men just ignore what it is that they're going through internally and continue to push through the pressure, as if what is going on internally can't very well crumble what's going on externally. I have to consistently get on one of my coworkers because I love him as like a father figure, because he's really been there for me through a lot of different moments with a lot of good word. But he's I'm going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to just do what I have to do. And he'll grind himself down to the bone. And I'm like, dude, you got to love on yourself some in order for you to keep even doing what you're doing. I myself have had to learn that the hard way plenty of times, because I'm a man of a lot of words, and I'm a man of a lot of love. So I'll give, and then in return, I'll have nothing in the tank. And then I'll be sitting there irritated, or I'll be sitting there exhausted. And it's all because I'm trying to be a man, and I'm trying to provide, give, do this, do that. And while being a man, it comes with all of that, we as men also have to know when to take that pit stop. You gotta know when to pull over, change your tires, get your fluids checked, get some grub, and then get back out there. We can't just always be go. This is full steam ahead, but every now and again, we gotta stop the train and check the mechanics and make sure everything is everything before we just keep pushing forward. So overall, what I'm saying is, yes, as a man, you're gonna have to endure a lot of pain. Like, you're just gonna have to get used to that. It's not gonna be easy, but you also get to dictate when you take the vacay, when you take your pit stop. You cannot just go, because as we see with the cars that just try to go, they come in there 10,000 miles without an oil change, your engine is gunked up with oil, you're gonna need a motor, or ball joint blow, you on the side of the road. So you gotta know when to take that pit stop.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree with him. It's exactly like a car. Like, if obviously people might not think 5,000 miles over is a lot, but then you loosen that plug and see pitch blackness, even like little chunks in that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what you could have saved by stopping 5K ago. All that shit is the same stuff inside you. You gotta make sure your blood's still flowing the right way.
Go to your doctor's appointments.
Go get tested, yo.
Go to your dentist.
Make sure what y'all my charts looking like.
Cause I know y'all not going to the dentist.
Y'all just out there. Y'all just out there, bro.
Y'all not flossing neither.
Everything. Nah.
You're not flossing neither. Like, it's okay to take care of yourself. Like, I get my nails done.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. I get my toes done. Don't get no gel on my toes, because I just don't think that's necessary.
Yeah,
but
real.
I get my toes done. Like, bro, it's okay to pamper yourself, because guess what?
For my guys, if you think washing your ass in the shower is gay, stay away from me, bro. Please stay away from me. Do not want to smell you.
Especially when you didn't took your drawers off, bro. You got dookie streaks going through them things.
What you think is on your butt? Like, where you think it's coming from?
Them dingleberries didn't get rolled up, no reason.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think you got a couple more berries in the pit, you know what I'm saying? In the garden, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now you gotta get that.
You gotta get up in there, bro. Still good.
Pew. All right. Next is, how do you view the world? There's been a lot going on globally, a lot affecting our gas prices, and how do you view life? Are you more of a half glass full, half glass empty? What's your philosophy?
I'm
Hakuna
on, bro.
Matata.
I feel like with the glass, with like the glass whole mentality, I just drink the water, bro. Who cares if it's half full or half empty? You got a glass of water.
Yeah, I
You
ain't gonna
could be
lie.
out here thirsty, bro.
That's a new answer to the question.
Somebody, you come up to somebody like, and you tripping because they gave you a half empty glass, and then they come up talking about something. No, it's half full.
Are we really gonna argue about this cup of water?
You gonna drink it? I view the world as a very beautifully tragic place. I feel like that's the way it was intended and designed to be. It wasn't intended to be peaches and creams and rainbows. As much as ugly it is, it's just as much beauty in the world. So as much as we got so much stuff going on in this world, so much negativity and stuff, you gotta remember everything that we're watching is controlled. Everything that's being pushed onto us is controlled for a specific reason. We're being shown these negative things because they want us to think nothing is good and nothing is going to get better. But a lot of times it just takes you being able to look past that and accept that, but also look at the sky at the same time and be like,
Beauty.
it's beauty. It's beauty, bro. So as much pain and hurt as that's in the world, it's just as much love and care in this world. You just gotta be able to push aside. You know, you might get a little cut, you know what I'm saying, pushing through them vines and thorns and shit, but you come out at the end of the forest and you just see that beautiful landscape, the mountain. It's the same exact way with how I view life itself. It's really the same exact thing. You can make your own, you can keep, you know what I'm saying? Or you can just sit right there and accept that this is your world, forest and thorns. You know? So for me, as much as life does suck a lot of times, I feel like it's very important to still appreciate the people that you have, the people that you love and care about and see. Because if you start dwelling on what you lost, what you don't have anymore, that's what you're doing. You're sitting back in that forest. You're sitting in that forest instead of, okay, I see that light right there. You know, the same exact thing. Life is beautiful. Life is painful, but that's the way it should be. That's why there's a whole yin and yang made.
I'm actually considering getting paint tattooed right here.
You should.
But I want to
That's
make sure
tough.
I understand his story first. I gotta watch that and really like soak it in.
You talking
'Cause,
about pain, right?
Yes,
Pain, okay,
Naruto.
pain. Okay, okay.
I didn't really. I watched. I ain't really see that like saga. I don't know how I
The pain
missed.
saga.
I don't know how I
Bro, that was
missed
like the
that, but
most
I kind of missed
important.
it.
Like that literally changed Naruto's the way people viewed Naruto and stuff. How they hated him. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he a demon boy and shit. But guess what happened? Who came to the village on four toads, standing on business and saved everybody?
Yeah.
Meat riding. They throwing this man in the air.
That boy came in. That boy.
They throwing
Pain
this
came
man in
there.
the air.
Almighty push. He destroyed everything.
He destroyed the whole village.
I might have to get that tattoo. So he already kind of touched on yin and yang. I have a yin and yang tattoo on my wrist. It's of two wolves. One is eating the sun and one is eating the moon. So that already gives you a personification of how I view the world. I hope I'm using that word correctly. My friend Eddie B, he has this saying that he says often, and I say it to myself in pressurized moments a lot, and it's a dog eat dog world. No, he say, if it's a dog eat dog world, I ain't no.
You got it.
It's a dog eat dog world, and I ain't getting ate, dog. Something like that. Eddie, I'm pretty sure I'm misquoting you, so you're gonna have to come in and say that yourself.
Yeah.
But point is, I grew up with a bigger brother, like much bigger than me. So once I got to an age where we started wrestling, for me, it really became a determination. It became perseverance. It became like, I don't care what you do, I'm fighting. And that's kind of how I come at life. Life is going to throw a lot of different punches, a lot of different jabs, hooks, kicks, all that. And I just roll with the punches. I just take the pain for what it is, and I just keep going. I just keep pushing. You know, I lost my grandmother 5 years ago at this point. That was a very like tough loss for me. It really affected me mentally. This month is mental health month. I kind of had another little mental health moment last week. So for me in this life, I just focus on what is it that I'm after, and I go after it. I understand that there are bad things that happen in the world. Hence the wolf that eats the sun and the wolf that eats the moon. But there's a balance to it. There's not always going to be pain. There's not always going to be love. There's not always going to be happiness. There's not always going to be sadness. It's always going to be a little bit of both, or there's always going to be seasons of both. That's why sometimes they just tell you, you know, the cloud will pass, the sun will shine on you again. I'm a big believer of all of that because I've went through a lot of negative things in my lifetime. I've went through a lot of tumultuous situations, and me and my family have come out on top time and time and time again. At a time where I felt like I might have lost my damn mind, I was able to put my mind back together and get back to a centered space so that I could keep moving forward and keep doing what I have to do. So for me, I'm very much a fighter when it comes to how I view the world and how I view life. I'm not a like I'm always going to stand on my 10 toes and fight back, even if the oppressor is a gargantuan one. Like even if I have to move in silence and plot and scheme and figure out every little minuscule detail to a plan to get something to work, I will. Hence this podcast. I tried to make this come to life years ago in 2020. Didn't work, but I kept trying and I kept trying and I kept trying. And most recently in 2025, when I tried, I got about 6 episodes in, and I only stopped because I didn't have a co-host. And I wanted a co-host so that I could build this with someone and not just do it by myself, because just listening to myself talk can get annoying, even for me. So, you know, I'm glad that I've reached the point where somebody else could see my vision, see what I'm trying to do, and is willing to help me build what I'm trying to build here. Because ultimately my mission is to be a vicious Honda technician and affect the world in that way, and also build my podcast into something entertaining, something profitable, and something fun, something that people can be happy to be a part of, instead of, you know, all of this negativity, or instead of bringing people into something that's pumping negativity. I don't want to do that. I want to bring more of a positive light to the world, because I think we have enough darkness roaming around. So I'm trying to balance that out a little bit with some of my light and some of his light as well. Oh shit. Oh.
Good job.
Saul, it's okay for you to roll into the next topic if I'm doing something, by the way.
Baltimore. And for the people that is not from Baltimore, two, dimey. All right. You got, you know what I'm saying? I was going to ask you, how you say two? Two. You don't say
But
crazy.
how much of Baltimore have you seen anyway?
How much of Baltimore?
Yeah, how much of the city, how much of the city and county have you been to?
County.
Because when you was
feel
out
like-
here, you was a little lost at first when we was riding around.
Owings Mills specifically,
Yeah.
yeah. But Baltimore specifically, I'm 100% more familiar with the county
than the city.
Because like I really only go to the city like if it's like what the Inner Harbor, or like maybe some like eat spots inside the city or something. But like really my life, and like most of the people that I've known and like met, they live around the 695 loop that we have in Baltimore. So my main one, I grew up in Milford. Like for anyone that's from Baltimore, like I grew up in Milford.
How long you been living out here?
It's 2013. Because I was
2014
in
for me.
14 type shit. Like yes, because 2013 and below, I was in Anne Arundel. I was over there by some apartment complexes like right across the street from the Arundel Mills Mall. We lived there for like maybe 5 years.
Okay.
So right there. Switching over here, I ain't gonna lie, it was different. Cause Anne Arundel, and like in that time period, like 2010s, like early 2010s and stuff, Because now it's different over there.
What was your first grade out here?
What do you mean?
Like, what grade did you like start
Oh, second grade.
out here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you the age gap that exists right here.
Oh yeah, it's quite.
I moved out here in 2014 from PG County. I lived in PG County most of my life. Oxon Hill, District Heights, Laurel, Riverdale. We lived in Southeast DC for a little while, but primarily PG County, right? So in 2014, we moved out here and we lived initially on the west side of Baltimore. We lived on 2844 Woodbrook Avenue. We was right up the street, or right down the street from Mondawmin and right up the street from Penn North. So I was scared of the city because I knew nothing of this city. And
Oh, so you started straight off in the city. Like once you moved to Baltimore, you was in the city.
straight off in the city.
They threw that boy in the trenches.
Straight off in the city. Booker T Washington Middle School, 8th grade. I mean, I was tell you exactly how much of how in the thick of it I was. One day in history class, I had a classmate ask me to be a runner for him, basically. And I told him no. And then he asked me again, and I told him no again because I understood what he was trying to get me to do. And I'm just like, nah. No. Like, if there's one thing I knew was never for me, it was the streets because I don't do well with authority, and I don't do well with sitting at one spot for a long period of time. And as me and my friend Eddie have agreed on in the conversation, sitting in the same spot as a dealer of anything is just not a good idea to us because we think, you feel me, you know how easy it's gonna be for somebody to clock you, and if they want to get you, since you just always at this same particular house or this same particular corner every single day of every single week, they get you lined up real quickly. So I just never was really into that. So anyway, I was definitely fearful for sure because I didn't do too much outside when I was in Oxon Hill before we moved out here. So when I moved out here, it really was like, let me not get into anything because I'm not trying to get jumped. I'm not trying to get stabbed, whatever, like none of that. And once somebody is asking me to be their runner, it's already letting me know, like, it's some activity going on in this building. I'ma just chill because I'm not trying to get into it with nobody here. But then I left 8th grade feeling like, yeah, you're gonna have to put me down. I'm not going like that ever again. Because there was a few situations with at least 3 people where I'm like, nah, I don't like how this is.
You go to sleep thinking about it.
I don't like how I have to let this transpire because I'm not sure of how this might go if I really like just go all out. So, for me initially, the city was all I knew. Mondawmin, Gwynns Falls, never really was much of a Park Heights person. I'm still not much of a Park Heights person. I'm not much of a Cherry Hill person neither. We lived in 3 different areas over west. I lived next to West Side Shopping Center at one point in time. Even worked at that Advanced Auto Parts in that shopping center for a little while. So I'm very familiar with the city itself. I can get from the city to the county with ease, whether it's Randallstown, Milford Mill, Owens Mills, Pikesville. I've been all over Baltimore City and Baltimore County via, the train, the bus, DoorDash, Amazon Flex. I've been all over this city. And my overall review of it is I love it. I love it and I hate it at the same time. I love it because it gives you a lot of grit. You feel me? Like, this joint will make you into a tough person, whether you want to be tough or not. It'll keep you on your P's and Q's. It'll make you keep your head on a swivel. I've been robbed out here before. So, yeah, this joint, this city ain't, this city nor the county is really nothing to play with. But it's a place to grow if you have any type of cojones, you feel me? I finally found mines after the 8th grade because I refused to be in any situations where I felt like I was being tested and I wasn't, fighting back to the fullest front. But the high school I ended up going to wasn't even no type of business like that going on in there. We was all on some
type shit.
academic, collegiate business, you know. I graduated, I already said this, but I'll say it again because it's a flex. I graduated with my diploma and my degree.
That's God.
So yeah, they really didn't play about that fighting mess there. They was willing to put you out or take your degree away from you. And that was kind of the whole reason why we even moved out here.
Yeah.
Once we found out about that school, Bard. So I was just like, yeah, nah, let me not get in any trouble to where I get this degree taken from me, because this is easy degree. So, and I hate it because sometimes the niggerdom is just at an all-time high, you
Overly.
know. The driving be just a little too outrageous.
Liberty Road.
Be shooting at the weirdest of places. One time, me and my friend at the time, we were walking, and dude just started shooting in the middle of the street at another dude. You feel me? I grabbed her. We posted up against the wall, and I'm just looking at buddy. He ain't even paying us no mind. He just put the gun back in his pants, run back up the street, and I'm just like,
so Mickey D's.
You feel me? Like,
you feel me?
This city's something crazy. Well, that like another crazy moment, bro. I'm at the bus stop one day, and this old head is talking to me, and he pulls out a dollar bill. He unravels his dollar bill, and he does the blow that's in the dollar bill. Yeah. City's crazy, bro. I've seen a lot of crazy things. I'll give more crazy stories as time goes on and as they come back to me. But like just those two off the top of my dome, ridiculous. Just broad daylight shooting, and at the bus stop, basically like midday, just doing a line out the dollar bill. Like, it ain't nothing. It's crazy.
It's just downtown, bro.
You have a love-hate relationship or love-hate? Like, what you leaning towards? I'm more so leaning towards love than hate.
Baltimore, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you let like the average Baltimorean get to you, you're gonna have an unpleasant time. You're gonna have an unpleasant time, bro. But you really just gotta realize that, like, bro, that's just Baltimore, bro. Like, it's literally a Baltimorean like character trait. Like you will see the way a person acts or talks, and you just gotta let that
roll off your shoulder.
Let that roll, bro. Cause it really ain't no point. County, I was raised in I grew up in the county. I never lived in the city or nothing. But I say up until high school, bro, I just went to some badass schools, bro. So like elementary, some badass little kids. Middle school, some badass little kids. So I ain't gonna lie, I was a badass little kid. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't tweaking or nothing, but definitely was not going. So kind of being used to like that regular, like that group of like people from here, and never really going someplace in Baltimore that's just different, which is what happened in high school. Like I went to high school, it was like, who won it? But then I'm like, yo, these is regular ass people. Like,
and half of the time they not even really trying to fight.
I went to high school, bro.
Egos swelling up.
Bro, so many, like from literally in high school, my whole time in high school was probably only like 3 fights that I seen. I was fighting outside of school, I ain't gonna lie. But high school, like in school, I looked around, there's nobody to like, these are just cool people trying to get an education and stuff. And that was the first time I was surrounded with people that kind of had that hidden part of my head, because I couldn't really fully express that. Like, I probably talk about doing some homework or something, which I was gonna do regardless. My man's failing his classes. Like, I ain't gonna tell bro how to live his life, but shit, he ain't gonna tell me how to live mine. So even throughout elementary and middle school, I was a student. I always had been a student. Like, no matter what I did, how much trouble I had gotten in, like, the one thing that all the teachers, principals and shit gave me was like, yo, this motherfucker's smart. Like, the motherfucker's smart as hell. He's just stupid.
I got in trouble a lot for talking, and that was it, really.
No,
like my mother told me straight up, like, I'm not about to keep going up to the school because he won't stop talking. She used to tell my dad, you feel me, talk to your son, and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you, like,
really.
I'm much like you. I was always a student, and my thing was I challenged the teacher. Like, either I'm gonna challenge whatever's going on in class, or if me and the teacher had a problem, I'll spin back after class and talk to the teacher on the ones and apologize and whatnot. Cause I never wanted to have a rapport with my teachers where they felt like I was going to disrespect them just because. No, if I'm disrespecting you, I want you to know it's because of this. And whatever you said or however this transpired in class, and it might not even be disrespect. You might just feel like it's disrespect because I'm challenging whatever it is that you're saying. Like, I'm just that type of student that I'm not gonna go against the grain to go against the grain, but I'm gonna go against that grain so that we can get some new growth. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get a little breakthrough here. Cause we're not gonna keep going around in circles as far as I'm concerned with a conversation. I want conversations to develop and have layers and not just be the same thing over and over and over again. And y'all will see that as episodes progress.
Of course.
I'm not one for the surface level conversations. I want the conversation to actually go somewhere. What are you doing? Stop that.
Digging deep, bro. You trying to dig deep. You feel me? We don't do none of that. We got straight to the point.
Crazy.
Straight to the point.
But like, I mean, even that, bro, like, there's a lot of things that niggas do in Baltimore that some might not find funny. But you only don't find it funny because you're not used to how they give it up out here. Like, a lot of people don't like being called dumbass or dummy or whatever the case may be, but it's like, that's just the lingo. They're not trying to be offensive to you, and trust me, you know when they're trying to be offensive. The vitriol behind the cuss words, it becomes a lot different. It's a little bit more, spit flying. I'm telling you something. And the thing about, I feel like with any city dudes, with any hoods, the same thing is applicable everywhere. If you mind your business, you're fine. They're not gonna bother you. You go in the corner store, you get your little whatever, and you get out of there. Now, you might have them, them certain people that like to try to be bullies and whatnot, and sometimes you might have to stand up for yourself. But for the most part, bro, as long as you are respectful and you stay out the way, bro, don't nobody bother you. And the one thing that I really do love about Baltimore niggas, bro, if you been quiet and been cool and been chill and never gave problems, and somebody start bothering you, there is a likely chance that them people that you used to be scared of are now about to attack said individual.
Real shit, because they seen you walk into that
They gonna be like, ho, bro, like,
good?
bro, don't even be bothering nobody. What is you on?
What's you on?
Now, all of the niggas that you used to be scared of with the fronts and they all looking at the dude that's bothering you, chastising you, and looking at him like, bro, we will slide you right now. I do love the community part of that. Like, and honestly, you'll never know that it's like that until you in a situation where, you feel me? Or it could be one of the friends of the dudes, and hey, chill. The little man he don't even be on that. He don't let him be. And bow. So it don't always be all scary, but don't get it twisted. Some places you don't need to be. Some places you have no business being at all, even if you know the dudes that's around there. I'm the type of person that if this is what y'all do, I'm not even coming around here. If I see y'all when I see y'all, what's up with y'all, keep it pushing. But all that being where y'all be at and hanging out where y'all hang at.
Some also that Baltimore people do not like is that stiff shit. You feel me? Don't be stiff or like act all nervous around some people just cause like, oh, they like, bro.
They gonna treat you like that.
They gonna treat you exactly how you're, you know what I'm saying?
You will become the errand boy very fast.
You giving yourself up pretty much. I ain't gonna lie, like easy pickings.
Gotta have some type of backbone. You got some type of confidence.
And you don't even gotta be on no hard shit. You don't gotta be on no tough boy shit, tough Tony shit. Like literally just, bro, you just gotta make sure your back straight. You looking up high and shit. Somebody make eye contact with you just nod up to bro and shit. Don't like, fuck is you running for, dummy? Tell me that.
I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they really just trying to test you just to see. And real if you shit, sweet for it. But this is the last, what's the word I'm looking for? Scripted question. Why did you become a Honda tech? Was it to survive or is it to expand? I'm gonna answer this first simply because at first it was for pure survival. I really wasn't. I was just doing this because I felt like I need a job after trade school, and Honda was presented to me. Now I had went into Lincoln Tech wanting to go to a Honda dealership because I knew that in
Really?
Baltimore, because in Baltimore, bro, Hondas are
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, true.
So
You
I
right.
felt like
Damn,
if
I didn't even
I
think about it like that.
go to a Honda dealership, I'm
Mm-hmm.
always gonna be able to make money.
Yeah.
So when Triple R came to the school, that's when I felt like, boom, here goes my opportunity. I asked all
So
those
that wire.
questions, and
Yeah.
boom, I got the job. But
But
excuse me. Over time, bro, I started to get caught in this like rinse and repeat cycle with the oil changes and the tire rotations. I started to get irritated and I started to dislike my job. But then once they kicked me on to the flat race side of things and I felt like this was a little too soon, I had to just fight for my life for the rest of the way. And I really didn't enjoy that. And at some point in time, I ended up quitting my job. I quit my job 2 different times to go do different things. One time it was like warehouse work and DoorDash, and that did not work out for me. I straight went and asked for my job back. The second time I went to a Mercedes dealership. That didn't work out neither. Partly my fault. Partly I just don't think they really was. They didn't really feel like I was going to be a good fit for the team long term. So I ended up going back to the Honda dealership that I work at now, and for a long time I allowed that young mindset to get to me. The whole don't be stagnant, don't stay in one place type of thing. Until I realized, socially, I get a lot of love where I'm at. I get a lot of respect where I'm at, and I'm able to have a lot of autonomy where I'm at. So I had to switch how I looked at it because there are people in my shop that make well over $100,000. And I know for a fact, me with no kids and they have kids, me with no kids making that type of money, I would be living a comfortable life. Even with the way prices are going up, I don't live above my means. I know how to live either within or below my means.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I do, like Saturday, for example, I went and did an Amazon Flex block so that I could buy 007. But that's because I really wanted that game and I don't normally do stuff like that. But when it comes to working on cars and stuff like that, this is something that I want to master in life. And although I kept getting caught in that rinse and repeat cycle, I had to really come to terms with, if I want to be as good as some of the people that I work next to, I have to really dedicate a lot of my time to this craft until, something else comes about. And that's why I'm doing my podcast, because I hope that one day my voice can take me somewhere, maybe voice acting in general, who knows? But this is just something that I want to do outside of work so that I can feel like I'm not just doing car stuff. Because I do too much talking to not try my hand at something else.
of course.
But this is about as much time as I have to, kind of dedicate outside of what I'm already doing within my life. So at first it was survival, but now it's totally expansion. I want to expand my knowledge on cars because that will allow me to expand who I know in this community and expand my resources. And I mean, I'm not really interested in working for myself one day. I would like for this to do something for me one day, but if not, I'm cool with working for a dealership and making my money like that because I'm so good that if something was to happen, I can still go somewhere else and make money. And that's the beauty of being in the blue collar industry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
I like Hondas, and my first car was a EM2 Civic. Probably one of the worst Civics, probably the worst Civic ever made, by the way. And I remember like that was really my first car ever really like putting my hands on, like me personally, not just helping out a friend or something. Cause a lot of my friends from my auto class and stuff, they were kind of like already doing like work and stuff and like side work with their like family and stuff. So that was my first time really getting my hands on it, and I was like, hey, this ain't that bad. But then I'm also hearing like, oh yeah, you don't want to work on no BMWs, you don't want to work on no like German shit, cause like that shit ass. And I'm like, let me look it up. And I started seeing like what these people were doing and stuff with these BMWs. I was just, ooh, Honda, Honda.
Bro, Hondas are super
Hondas
easy
are
to work
so
on.
easy to work on, comparably to everything. It is kind of a downside though, because the labor times are a lot lower than like other dealerships. But there's so, as you said, everybody got Honda, right? So comparatively, well,
Or
yes,
Acura.
huh, or accurate,
And
exactly.
it's the same thing.
Comparatively, an Audi dealership might have like labor rates averaging on like what 5 hour, 6 hour tickets on average. But there's like what 15, 20 appointments for the day. How many appointments we got on average? Like
80.
80?
You know, on busy days, 80 to 100.
80 to 100. And it's just so much to flow around. That I had to learn on my own, but originally I just really like Hondas. So far, I've loved Honda. I low-key would not really think about switching out right now, at least. I mean, every other car, I'm knowledgeable enough to at least do somewhat help out somebody with it. But specializing wise, like Honda's probably my enemy. And right now I'm being trained by one of the top 3 goddamn technicians in the
He been trained by the top dog.
damn East Coast, or just like Maryland and shit.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about the East Coast, but I know in the shop he's the top dog.
No, I remember they was talking about like it's like him and like some dude at BMW and some dude at some Mercedes. They're like the top.
Trust me, it's probably true.
They're like the top 3
On the East Coast, it's probably true.
Some shit.
It's
I
probably
believe
true.
it. I believe it. And then like just hearing how he sees, hearing him tell me how he sees himself and me, and I'm seeing this man right here in the position he's at. That just makes me hungry. I ain't gonna lie. That just gives me that drive to like know, okay, yeah, I got this potential. I'm like gone. I wouldn't sacrifice everything all at once though. Like that's kind
Hunter
of
x Hunter
Hunter
reference.
x Hunter reference. Yes, Nimbus, what are you doing?
He is on my book bag.
If you have all this potential and stuff, and all you see is your peers around you noticing that, it'd be such a fat waste to like, all right, let me just switch dealerships. Let me go to Hyundai or something. Or like after I already built a
Nimbus.
very strong, I built a very strong. You want to get them while like, you know what I'm saying? I built a very strong foundation in this shop, and I do deeply care about all my coworkers, and I've gotten to know each one of them. I look forward to coming into work, and one thing that I've noticed about a lot of people is a lot of people don't like going to work, bro. A lot of people hate their coworkers. A lot of people dread talking to their managers and stuff. A lot of people like daily, oh, I gotta wake up. I never had that issue. It's days where it's like, damn. It might be busy. I'm feeling a little lazy. But not once have I ever felt like, okay, this is a place that I don't feel warm in, or that I don't feel myself in or comfortable in. So, and I feel like that's rare. Like, you're not gonna find a decently paying job nowadays. It's really rare to find a decently active paying job that that's filled with people that are, number one, cool as fuck for the most part, knowledgeable. Some of the top dogs are in that fucking shop, and even the management themselves isn't like, the management is gonna do their job. Our GM is gonna do her job. You can't take away anything that, you know what I'm saying. But it's not like it's oh, she's a jerk, oh, she moving the wrong way. It's like, but she's just doing her job. And then our service manager, shout out. We love you.
The best.
I ain't gonna lie.
Another person that literally
yes.
we all will jump an individual for.
Yup.
We got that type of mob mentality about our service manager.
Yeah. That's Big Mama.
Lotto song went off in my head.
I was thinking about it. Nah, real though. That's all it is. That helps with life too. You gotta find a place that like you feel warm in, you feel welcome in.
On a tangent, bro, anime connects so many of us in that building. It's ridiculous.
Yo, this light shining on me right now.
Yes, it is. Light skin. Yeah, that's probably gonna be the thumbnail. But nah, I watch anime, you watch anime. Alberto watches anime, Charlie watches anime, AJ watches anime. Roger watches some anime.
Some. It's hard to get him. It's hard to get him.
That's enough. That's 6 people. The other ones all of them are over 30. The other ones are over 30 and they watch anime. Like, and we all talk about it. Like, that's the one thing about working at our shop that I've always enjoyed that I haven't really seen at too many other shops. You have to have been there for a really long time. We are welcoming. Like, you can come into the shop as a day one person and we'll welcome you. Not everybody's just gonna walk up to you and introduce themselves to you like I would, but we're all gonna be nice. We're all gonna, help you if you need help.
Yeah.
And, if it turns out that you watch some of the same stuff that we watch or are into some of the same things that we are into, you're always welcome into the little circles where we're talking and shooting the shit about stuff.
Shimmy away from you while you're trying to like budge into the.
We even have one coworker who was sometimes he don't know how to double dutch his way into a conversation. So we will have to stop the conversation or at least just like open the gap, bridge him in, and now he's into the conversation and he's asking whatever he needs to ask of whoever because he just doesn't have that wherewithal, I guess. But point is, it doesn't matter who you are. When you come into our shop, we welcome you and you're ingratiated into what we have going on in the shop. So I just think, for me, I had to get out of that, I have to do this every day. Back to that man point. We as men have to endure things. And what I have to endure every day is going to work and doing my job. Much like I had to go to school and do work, I have to go to work and do my job. This is the one 9-to-5 job that I can do and be happy doing. Wouldn't want to flip burgers, wouldn't want to do retail again, wouldn't want to wash dishes again. I'm cool.
Side note. If you're like 15, 16, trying to get a first job, do not go to McDonald's. You're going to hate your life. And it's going to suck. It's going to suck. What you know about looking at the clock and seeing 1 minute go by at 8 in the morning and you like, okay, just 8 more hours and 59 minutes. You counting, you really just looking at the time.
Do you
be checking? Yes, I hated it so much. Do you be checking the time at work like consistently, like to the point where it's like, oh fuck, you'll take a look at it and be like, okay, yeah.
I check the clock like because my phone is in my hand type of thing,
so
but like on a 4-hour basis.
Yeah, real
like
life.
I go by, all right, it's lunchtime. All right, it's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, closing up.
You feel me? Like I look at it in gaps.
It's so much. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not really that too. That's really why I like my job or like this field because
you can really put your head down in the timer.
I'm not a customer service person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to talk to these customers. Like the entitlement and like the things that I've heard from people over McDonald's. I don't want to hear what people got. I don't know how them service advisors do that because I don't want to hear people talk about their vehicles. Knowing how people talk about $6 nuggets and what they crash out, what they be saying, nah, I can't do the customer. I love people. I love talking to people. But customer service is called customer service for a reason. And it's not just a regular conversation. Hey, how's it going? You know what I'm saying? No, they coming to you because they got something to say.
I'm good with customer service. I'm just not good with letting somebody walk all over me.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
That's really the thing. If it's respectful, that's cool. But it's just it's not gonna be respectful.
I will always be nice and respectful as long as you're nice and respectful. And the moment you take it to another level, don't expect me to be all kosher and cool and professional. Because you're not being professional as the customer.
You see me change like. See me change that little face like this, huh?
And the thing is, to me, is like we all work, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Some cases, obviously, the dealership or the person in the drive-through line, whoever, could be on bullshit.
Indeed.
But
other
times, you just try and get over. You just try and get over, and you know you're just trying to get over, and you know you're just trying to make this day harder than what it need to be. Why? For your satisfaction or for your gain. And then when you don't get what you want, then it's a bad review and all this other mess. Me personally, I'm not doing all that.
It's not what you got too much time in your
I'm
day.
leaving.
You have too much time in your
I'm
day.
just not coming back. If the service was that bad.
If it was that bad.
But other times I just feel like, you know, people just be making stuff up.
And really the max people really trip about is that it's late. Like, yeah, you probably been here 2.5 hours for an oil change, but you decided to come here with no appointment. You were walking, twin. Everybody got a car in the bay. You gonna wait. It's really that simple. But what can we do about that? That's why I stay in the shop. I ain't gonna lie, cause
customers in general from any type of, the entitlement is crazy. I'm a customer, and when I feel like I'm about to do too much, I have to resist because I feel I'm serious, but it's only in situations where people are making my food do I feel like, nah, I'm not gonna be all safe about this. No, make it how I want it to be made. Like, especially when I'm watching you make my food. Or if I pay for it to be made a certain way, please make it the way I asked for it to be made.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I just,
some things like that are reasonable.
I don't think that's crazy at all.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like, I will never have to take my car to a dealership. I'm gonna have to take my child. I don't even know if I'll ever have to do that. I don't know if I'll ever have to go through the normal dealership process. But if I did, I would plan for my day to be this. And if I get my car back earlier, awesome. Because at the end of the day, you cannot expect to, you never know what's wrong with your car past what you know. You feel me? Like, you as a regular customer, if you don't inspect your car and if you don't look at it on a regular basis, you may not know what's wrong with it. So once we get that car up on the lift, we may find things that are wrong with your car, and it may take X amount of hours to get it fixed if you want to get it fixed. What baffles me is people coming to shops, any shop, feeling like I'm gonna get my car back within 30 minutes, within an hour and a half. You are lucky to get your car back in 2 hours. If I'm being honest. And I'm only saying that because in some cases things happen.
Indeed. And
your car is gonna need to be looked at longer than just, you're gonna keep me out, aren't you, Nimbus?
I think he's in heat.
But yeah, your car may end up being in there longer than what you expected it to be because there's a long line of cars.
Yeah.
Feel me? And there's 20 of us, but still, if everybody's doing something, guess what? You gotta wait. So I would always plan for at least half of my day or my whole day to be taken up if I'm taking my car to a dealership. That's just my suggestion.
I'm dropping that car straight off. Giving them the keys, I'm going home. Catch me Uber, shuttle, whatever it is. I'm not sitting in there waiting. Cause I remember when I was younger, bro. Before I started, I was taking care of my family's cars and stuff, and I had to go with my mom to the little mom and pop shop mechanic. And I had to go to that little side room for like hours, for like what? Just like an oil change, whatever. That shit was buns. I don't enjoy that. So I'm gonna drop my car off, bro. I'm going home. Do what y'all gotta do. Cause I know they're busy. At the end of the day, it's not their fault that they're busy, bro.
As technicians, he is suggesting drop your car off.
Please just leave it.
And I'm suggesting that you plan for at least half your day to your whole day.
And if your advisor tells you an hour and a half, he's lying to you. I'm not gonna lie.
Big cap.
And then he's gonna come back to us talking about oh, hey, they need this car back. No.
What did you tell them?
You just promised them an hour and a half, and I just got it, and I just put it in. So go tell them you were wrong, which they not gonna do.
We really got a love for the game.
Yeah.
So this is like, for me personally, this is why expansion, bro. Like, I'm not just doing this for a moment in time. I'm trying to do this until it looks like I have another avenue to do something else. And that may very well be 10, 15 years, who knows? So I'm always gonna have the customer's best interest in mind. And that means when I get your car up in the air, I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it. If I miss something, I would bite the bullet for missing something. But for the most part, I try to scan and look at everything that's wrong with your car, notify you so that you can make a conscious decision on what you want to get fixed, what you don't want to get fixed, so that you know what condition your car is in. And I've never been a big fan of, customers being sold false promises. Don't tell nobody that they're gonna get their car back in X amount of time and they didn't came in here for an oil change, a tire rotation, trans service, this, that. Like, your job, honestly, your job being rushed is not a great thing.
That is not a good thing at all.
Like, if you just, like, honestly, my fastest jobs are the jobs that I do on the side where people just want an oil change. All I'm doing is putting that thing in the air, draining the oil, putting it down.
Oil.
Like, that's it. I'm not doing no inspection and all of that.
Yeah.
So when you bring your cars to dealerships specifically and you get those inspections,
let them do their job, bro.
Those inspections are meant to let you know what's wrong with your car, not to sell you on anything that you don't want to get done.
Because then you're going to leave, your fucking wheel going to fall off, and then you're going to call us or whatever dealership and tell them, hey, since I got an oil change, my tire fell off. No, you did not direct, twin.
Your ball joint popped loose. That's actually happened before. A car left our dealership and ball joint. Foul. A ball joint that was recommended. That they declined.
That they declined.
I'm like, well, this is what could possibly occur.
Yeah. And I get it, bro. Sometimes you just genuinely don't have the money. That's not even the point, though. Just don't take it offensively. Somebody's genuinely just trying to tell you what's wrong with your car and giving you a price to pay the person that's fixing your car. That's literally the whole point. No one's trying to like one up you or like some dealerships, some mechanics in general are shady. I understand like that view, but honest workers that, you know what I'm saying, literally also like us care about people. We're not about to do.
You got to use your discernment at the end of the day.
Yeah, you got.
Yes, those kind of people exist, but we all are not like that.
Yeah, bro.
And I've met some of them that are like that. I get it. We not like that.
Nah, bro.
Us in particular. Can't speak for nobody else.
And honestly, our shop in general, bro. Like, I guess like a lot of people get like, a lot of dealerships get bad rep because of the mechanics that make. The dealership isn't itself like a ripoff. It's the family. It's the group that's in there working and what's being allowed and stuff. So a well-managed, properly managed, and properly guidelined dealership isn't gonna be out to snatch up money from you or anything like that, because then the shop's biting that. Then the shop's getting sued. Then the shop's in trouble and stuff. And people aren't stupid. And the people that are stupid, they're not in our shop. Some of them. I ain't gonna lie. But we don't got no I wouldn't say we don't got no like leeches. I wouldn't really say.
I don't know. We're gonna end it with this. What is your most favorite anime that you recently viewed?
Recently?
Yeah.
Good one. JJK. Yo, JJ, bro, me and this dude, bro, we had JJK Thursday.
Mine's is Fire Force.
Fire Force?
Yeah.
I still gotta finish that.
Cause that was Sheen or Bon Showman. That was
I know what happens. Cause bro, I ain't gonna lie, the manga ended like 5 years ago. So like I would watch all like the manga recaps on YouTube and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So me seeing his
we always gonna end this with some type of anime talk.
Yeah, for sure. But nah, JJK, probably the littest like span of what was like 3 months of episodes. It was like 12 episodes.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Best season run ever, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Not 1 week where I like wasn't hyped up to watch the next episode, bro.
Factual,
bro.
The build up to, honestly, the last episode of that season was so crazy.
That was Utah's
episode.
Oh my gosh. Yo, we had to didn't we rewatch that?
Yes.
I swear we rewatched that, bro. Probably the best anime episode.
It was literally a 1v. It was
like a 1v3.
It was basically a Royal Rumble match. It was one person fighting 3 other people.
But even those 3 other people fighting kind of like, yo, back off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They were all fighting each
really
other.
Just beefing.
But it's like there was no even hint that was what that last episode was going to be.
No.
But it was crazy.
That was one thing about JJK that I like. Like, you don't know what's about to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not JJK, if this makes sense, isn't really the most linear, like straight path. Mm-hmm. Like you might get, it's like a tree branch where hella like branches. It's all the same line happening at the same time, kind of. Mm-hmm. Like with Maki.
Yeah.
That happened episode 4, but then like episode 6 where Hikari's in there, the shit Maki happened after that.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like going from and right before Utah, I think Megami and the one dude just stopped fighting. So Megami's walking off with 50 points and stuff. What's happening? Who? Why I'm looking at Utah, bro? And then he's saving the keys and stuff, and then we get the cockroach. Like, bro, JJK is probably like one of the most randomest. Like, you don't know what you about to jump into, but you know it's gonna be hard.
Definitely worth watching.
Definitely part of the
and then
best
in Fire
watching.
Force, bro, the last like 3 to 4 episodes were nuts. I really enjoyed Arthur coming. I really enjoyed Arthur fighting Dragon. I enjoyed watching Shinra come back and reset the whole world and whatnot. These shows ended a little while ago, but both of them, both JJK and Fire Force, were lit this year. If you've never seen either one of them, Fire Force is like 4 seasons long, worth watching. JJK is 3 seasons in. The 3rd season just ended.
Really like 2.5. Because season 3 was literally only like 12 episodes. It was supposed to be 24.
True.
So we haven't even gotten a full real 3rd season. Like season 4 is probably really ready to just be another 12 episodes.
So it's just gonna be a continuation.
Yeah.
It's more like a break.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I don't like because they announced it as season 4. Like they're not announcing it as like
random. One Piece has 4 more episodes before it goes on break.
You said what?
One Piece has 4 more episodes before it goes on break.
For how long?
I don't know, but I'm a One Piece head. That is my favorite anime of all time. Just to let that be known. So yeah, today was fun. Actually, I was actually looking forward to doing this.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is,
on my way here, I was looking forward to doing this. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Once again, my name is Noland, the host. This is my boy Saul, the co-host. We will be back next Monday with another episode because that's when this is going to come out. And I hope you all enjoy your weekend and the rest of your weeks.
Everything aside, keep pushing.
Full steam!
Yeah.